Okay, now we are going to do one more program. This first one is plot a unit circle using script file. Okay, so this is unit circle, so definitely your R value is equal to 1. So if you look at this particular one, we can say that see that we know x equal to cos theta and y is equal to sin theta, right? So theta value should be there, and theta value will be varying from 0 to 2 pi. The theta will be varying. So the thing is here, since it's a curve, you have to always go with the n number of points. For a straight line, if you know this point and this point, it's very easy to draw the line, right? But for a circle, if I'm taking 0 degree, I'm taking this is the point, and 45 degrees is the point. This is a point like this. But this will not give, MATLAB will not come to know that this is a circle. It will be like going like this. We don't need that. What we need is, we need n number of points so that it becomes a circle. So that whatever the theta value you consider here, that has to be divided into n number of times. Maybe you can go with 150, 500, like that. I mean, n number means maybe 500, 1000, 2000. After 500, it may not make any sense. Any changes will not be there. So we can go with maybe 200, 300 and all. Okay. So always remember, we cannot just go beyond a certain number, or we cannot just randomly take a number. Why? Because if you are taking 100, that means you have 100 elements. So that much space is given to that particular array. If you're going with 500, extra 400 elements will be there. So that many space is consumed. So when you are writing a program, we have to always remember to go efficiently with a less memory usage. Okay, in this case, it won't make any much difference in our systems. But if you're going to write a bigger programs and all, it makes some problems. I mean, you can say that the memory consumption will be more and the speed will be reduced, all those things. So here it is not a big problem. So anyway, you have to divide this 0 to 2 pi into, let's take in this case, I'm just dividing into 500. So for each theta value, there is an x value and y value. So the same thing we have already done it in the session 2, I think. Okay, right? The same thing only we are going to write it in the, then you have to plot x comma y. Axis equal, otherwise it looks like an ellipse because of the variation in the axis. So x label, y label, then finally title. Okay, so this is how we are. So this is already defined radius, right? The radius is defined, so you don't have to get it from the user. So already the defined, that is why x equal to is actually r cos theta, r cos theta. So in this case, sorry, yeah, in this case, the r equal to 1 because it's a unit circle is given, right? So we can just go to MATLAB and let me take this program. Okay, I'm opening a new, so like in space I gave, so that I divided from minus 2 pi to 2 pi, sorry, it is minus 2 pi to 2 pi. I have given, that is 500, right? 500 is given, x equal to cos t, y equal to sin t. Okay, plot x comma y, axis equal, x label, y label, and title. These all things we have discussed. I am going to run this program. So just changing circle, I'll just put unit underscore circle. So I'm getting the graph of a unit circle. So maybe if we can, you can give the legend or whatever you want. Now what I need is, I need to change the radius. I mean, the radius is keep on changing. The radius is keep on changing. In that case, what happens? Okay, now maybe you have another doubt that why is 0 to or minus 2 pi to 2 pi we have taken. Let's take 0 to 2 pi. So what happens here? Same thing only you'll be getting, which may not give any much difference. 0 to 2 pi or minus 182, minus 2 pi to 2 pi will be the same thing. Okay. that you don't have to bother about. Okay. Now the thing is, if I want to change the radius and keep on changing, like somebody is telling, okay, somebody is running the program, they want to give the radius is 5. So that means I need to get the input. So here, what I need, I'm just going to add another line called radius. I just put R. So R is what? I need to get the data from the user, that is input of, what is input of? Input of radius of circle. So if any error is there, if you missed anything, you can see in this particular section, you can see that warning here. Okay, so we have big program and all, you can easily identify where is the problem. So anyway, I didn't put the semi-inverter, I just put close it. Yeah. So input radius of circle, that is enough? No, that is not enough, because X and Y also depending on R. So R into, so since R is a constant value, I can put only star, dot star is not required. And here also R into sin theta, R cos theta and R sin theta. Now let's take, I'm just going to run the program. Oh, sorry, here one, yeah, see here, invalid syntax is there. That is, I put another extra bracket here. Yes, now it's working. Radius of circle, and just give the radius of circle is 6. See, the radius will be 6. You can see the axis, the radius will be 6. And if I may make it a little more interesting, I can put some gap, and also once it's run it properly, show here radius of circle is, let's take 5. So you'll be getting a circle with 5. So here title also you can do one thing. Let's take here the title is, what is the title here? Title is graph of circle using script file. So I just want to show that what is the radius in this title, that is keep on changing, right? So how will I do that? Okay, circle, I'll just remove a little bit here. Circle of radius, graph of circle of radius equal to what I need? What I need? I need to show the radius also, but the radius is a number, and this graph of a circle of radius is a string. So both are written in the same title. So we'll try with the other one. What, int into string, I'll try whether it's possible or not, we'll see. That is your radius, right? Radius, and the square bracket should be there, right? And then we will run the program and see. Unit of circle, I just give 7. See here in the title, you see graph of circle of radius equal to 7. Like that we can display. It's not necessary that it has to be display always. It can be title also, legend also. So wherever you use that into string, I mean whether comparing the string and the numbers, at that time you have to use this method and make sure that you will put this square bracket, because this is considered as an array. That array is going to display. Okay, I hope you understood that. So this is how we write a program for a circle. Now you can save this file. It's already saved. So the second thing also is explained here for radius R. You can see here everything is there, right? So you can go through it and try once. And the same way here also you can change plot x, y if you want to change the color or anything. Going to this next session called a function. So function. So the function is a little different from script file, because script file you can run it, but function file you cannot run it. You have to call the function file. Example, last session we discussed about something called sum. Maybe we discussed about sqrt. Like these all are an inbuilt function, right? This is inbuilt function. So once you call that sum of x, so that means whatever its x array is, like x equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this many numbers are there. Sum of x means the program, there is a program, backend program is there for sum. That indicates that you have to add every numbers, right? So that is a function. So, but this is a built-in function. This is, we are not created that function. It's already there in MATLAB. SQRT, it indicates the function to find the square root. So SQRT of 4. That means there is a program is running when you call this function. So that is nothing but 2. The answer will give you 2. So these are the inbuilt functions. Similarly, we can use create our own functions. What is the use of functions? If you are writing a bigger program and you may have to use a certain type of calculation again and again. So that may be a lengthier calculation. Let's take maybe differentiating or integrating or whatever. So you are writing a program for that, right? Maybe you are finding a certain series, some certain series, or maybe you are converting the temperature into degree to Kelvin, or maybe altitude into feet to meter or something. So this calculation may be coming up in the later stage of the program. So every time it is coming. So you cannot every time you cannot write the program, because it's become lengthier and time consuming. So instead of that, if you know, okay, I need to write a function to convert this altitude from meter to feet. So whenever I required that kind of set of calculations, I can use this function, and you can call that function and use that function like just like sum or SQRT. So that is important. I mean, that is a good thing about function. So if you are already created and save it somewhere, anytime you can call that function into any program. You write a program, you may be written a function long back, you can call that function file into this program. That is also possible. So how to write a function file? So here, if you see this one, we are just going to the same problem, that one equation of circle. So you need to draw or plot a circle having some radius. That is what, right? So how to create a function here? So the thing is, you have an input. So the radius is the input. Okay, so example, here sum of x I have given, or SQRT of 4. This is the input. This is your function file. So there is a syntax. Function, I'll just write the syntax. Function output argument equal to function name input arguments. Okay, for in this particular problem, we'll explain with some example. So what is the input argument for a circle? For a circle, the input argument is nothing but the radius. Radius is the input value. It is not necessary that it is only one value. It can be n values, or depending on what kind of problem is that. So there is an input argument. So here the input argument is the radius in this particular problem. So remember this syntax. Function name, I can give a circle function. Circle function is the argument, I mean this particular function name. So I just write this is function, it has to be there, and output argument. So what is the output argument? If you know what is the R value, you need to identify what is X and Y. So X comma Y will be your output arguments. So what is the output argument? What is the output values you want? X and Y only you want. Once you have X and Y, you can plot it. So X and Y will be your output arguments, and input argument is nothing but the radius. So we just write that first here. Function is a function of the output argument, that is X comma Y, equal to circle function, that is a function name of the radius, that is input argument. Then other things, everything is same only. Other thing, everything is same only. Right, whatever we have written in the script file, the same thing. Now, how to execute this one? See, I'm going to take this program and I'm going to write a function. Let's go to the script file again. I just see this. Okay, now I cannot run this file. What I need to do, I just save this file as a circle function. See, make sure that the function name and the file name is same. Function name is circle function, the same thing. Okay, this is circle. My mistake, it's a circle function, and save as circle function. Don't do anything else, just save as circle function. So you can see here there is a small change here. Look at this file. It looks fx, right? That is function file. These all are dot mat files only. Everything is .m only, but this is a function. So now we have saved the function. So how will you execute it? To execute it, what we can do is just keep it big. Yeah. So now I have a function. Sum is a function, sqrt is a function, maybe cos is a function, sin is a function. These all are inbuilt function. Now I have created my own function called a circle function. So I'll just call this circle function. Circle function. This is my input argument. What is the input argument? So look at this. The syntax is already coming here because you have created the function file in MATLAB, but still the MATLAB will consider that is one function is already existing. So like the circle fn of r. So r is nothing but the radius. I'll give the 6. Enter. See here. You will get the circle of radius r. Everything is proper. So this is these values are coming here because I think we didn't put any. Somewhere we did not put. Yeah. So x and y. Okay. So this is nothing but the x and y value only because since it is a output argument. So if you don't give output argument, what happens? Let's take. Not giving any output argument and saving this file and coming back and calling the function circle fn of 6. I'll put again 6. Okay, I think we'll do some other value of 7. See, then also you will get. But what happened here? Look at this one. There is completely empty here. Previously, we put x comma y, that is the output argument. That is shown here. That is printed here, x and y. Whatever the output argument is there, that is shown here. But if you don't want that, you can just keep it as null. There is nothing is there. So you don't have to print anything. But sometimes you may have to print it. Okay, at that time the output argument, whatever the output argument you give here, that will be printed here. Okay, so here if you put like that, you will get the answer because here we are more concentrated on the plot. We don't want to see what is x and y value. So I can just make it as this one and or x comma y also fine. If you want, I want to see what is x and y, what is outputs, that also you can see. It's not necessary that it's always x and y. Any values you can put it, that will be shown in the command window. So see here, x and y is there and the same time the answer is there. So this is how you execute a function file. You write a function file, it will be like this, and save the file and make sure that your this one you put the same name. That is a most appropriate method. Put the same name for the function file and the file name. Then you can call that function as a normal function, inbuilt function in MATLAB. The same way you can call it. Okay. Then we'll discuss another problems in the next section. Thank you, everyone.